So today I want to talk about my home theater PC setup using the Steam controller and my framework desktop running SteamOS 3.8. Right now the console is asleep and I can wake it simply from pressing the Steam button on the controller. You'll see it boot up on the screen behind me, and that is amazing because this makes it a very much console-like experience. My framework desktop is the Ryzen AI 395 Max chip with 64 gigabytes of RAM. I have a 4 terabyte SSD in there, NVMe SSD, and I've got my entire Steam library booted up. So right now I'm going to go ahead and show you where this is living in a cabinet that is wired with an optical HDMI cable through my walls. I put it in the walls when I did the remodel of the house, and it's inside of a cabinet, and I've got ventilation on that cabinet, and I can show you all the miscellaneous things that I have going on in there. All right, moving over to the cabinet that I have. Right here you can see I've got ventilation on the sides. This is an inlet, this is an outlet, and inside this cabinet I have everything that I need junk-wise. I've got my router that is tied to the main router up in my office. I've got my Switch 2 dock right here, and I've got my framework desktop. That's got an HDMI. Here's the puck for the Steam controller. Like I said, ventilation. This right here is a temperature probe that connects to this guy right here. This is AC Infinity, and I've got my temperature set with the fans kicking on when this cabinet reaches 97 degrees Fahrenheit, and it will alarm audibly when this cabinet reaches 110 degrees Fahrenheit. All of which are comfortable operating temperatures for a PC and the PC hardware. We're talking the chip, the CPU in this thing gets up to 85 degrees Celsius regularly under load. However, under gaming load with the cabinet closed, you'll see over here that I have my data up, and this thing stays nice and chilly. Right now it's 38 degrees, but as I launch into a game, you'll notice that this still stays very, very cold. And maybe to test that, we'll run some Cyberpunk. So you can see as the game boots up, I'm into the 62 degrees Celsius in the top right of the corner of the screen, 63 degrees. I'll go ahead and run the benchmark so you can see exactly how hot this gets. I have this set to 4K high settings, I want to say. It looks pretty good. Ray tracing on this box does not work the best, so I would actually advise no ray tracing. You can see right here the graphics. Let's go ahead. I don't want to go ultra, but we can go high, and then we can go ahead and run the benchmark from this position, and I'll show you how that looks. Video, you can see 3840 by 2160, that is 4K. HDR mode, we'll go ahead and turn on HDR. And yeah, let's go ahead and run this. All right, so for a tiny box, framework desktop, an APU running this at near 60 frames per second. We're dipping into the high 50s, and then every once in a while jumping across 60 frames per second. This looks pretty good. You can dial this back a little bit, get higher frame rates if that's what you prefer, but if you prefer it to look as good as possible, you can keep it right here. Definitely some FSR going on. You can see that the system has remained at 67 degrees Celsius in the top left here. The cabinet that I have the PC in, the ventilation has not even kicked on, not once. So there you go, average FPS 59.24, the minimum 54, max 66, and there's all the data right there for you. So again, very competent system. Thermals are definitely in check, and very happy with it. I'll take you back over here. This cabinet is absolutely silent. This fan is not spinning. The fan on the framework is on. Temperature in here was 88, just dropped down to 87, 86. No alarms, nothing. I also have, like I said, my router, Sonos amps, and switch 2 dock in here. So this is a very comfortable operating system running as a home theater PC, the ultimate gaming setup.